Hi everyone, Sergeant Crider reporting for duty today. It's Sunday. I have the numbers for you. I really do have the numbers for you today. It's October the 11th, my day 109. 109 days I have been doing this. It's 23 days until the election, 75 days until Christmas, and 81 days left in this year. So, you probably heard that there was a big problem, a big mix-up, so to speak, with the numbers on Saturday. Apparently, there were a whole gazillion number of cases that were dropped in. So the Florida Department of Health did not report any numbers whatsoever on Saturday, which was unusual because they had never done so since they started. So that was very, very strange. They didn't really tell us anything. Then they put a press release out. There would be no update Saturday, the first time since it began providing updates in the middle of March, and that the state had failed to update its tracking of diseases that had killed 15,000 people. So last night, the Department of Health received approximately 400,000 previously reported COVID-19 tests, and these results were from HELIX Laboratories, a private lab that is not affiliated with the state of Florida, the agency wrote in this press release. And that's basically all it said. So apparently they were trying to sort out whether they were good ones, bad ones, duplications, whatever. And that was the reason there weren't any numbers yesterday. So it's not like I was playing hooky yesterday. I sat around and waited and waited and waited, and they didn't come in. And as you know, I finally just did it without them. So I just wanted you to know that that's what had taken place. And now I do have the numbers. So let me give you the numbers right now, and we'll stick those up here on the screen. So here's how it sort of washed out as of right now. 178 new deaths reported in the past 48 hours. Now we're going to say that because it was for past 2 days. That was 115 on Friday, 178 reported on Sunday, so that was 63 more than on Friday. Then as respect to the positives are concerned, 3,688. On Friday, there were 2,908. Therefore, that means there was 780 additional positives that were reported. All right, so lots of red on the screen today, and we get down to the 7-day moving averages. Take a look at this: 103.57, 103.57. So red there. There's red everywhere on the screen. The only place we have green is for this daily positivity rate, which is 3.45. This is a good number from the standpoint that we're supposed to remain under 5%. If we are improving and we are in somewhat of a healthy position. So that's the barometer that the state puts out, and the government and everybody seems to think that 3.45 is fine as long as it's under 5% and beginning to trickle down. So there you go. Those are the numbers, and now you know why things happened the way they did. I'm going to again remind you, because I feel so bad about all of this. I kept saying the positivity rate is not that big a deal because the death is the most important thing. Once you're dead, you're not coming back. So let's just deal with that because we know that is for a fact. That's a real fact. And the positivity rate, well, that's kind of strange. Everybody's going to get better. Not so. Everybody is not going to get better. A lot of people. Now, I have said in the past 1 out of 10 people will have underlying issues. Apparently, that's a bit overstated. But the bottom line is a lot of people who get COVID-19 ultimately will have some underlying respiratory illnesses or lingering effects that go on for the rest of their life. So if you think it's kind of cool to have a COVID-19 party, let's all get together and see who gets it first and see who gets it. Don't be ridiculous. You're talking about your health and your life. Now, here's the thing. I'm probably preaching to the choir because how many young people are watching this video with this old 79-year-old guy telling this story? Probably not. Anyway, tell it to your kids, tell it to your grandkids, because it's an important thing for them to know. And if your kids are watching it, thank you very much for watching it. I hope you take it very seriously. And remember what I say every day. It's a whole lot easier to wear a mask than it is a ventilator. You don't even know what a ventilator is. You don't want one of those things because they stick tubes down your throat. It is not a pleasant experience. I have not experienced that myself, but I don't intend to do so. That's why I distance space and wear my mask. And by the way, don't forget to push the like button. I would appreciate that very much. Thank you very much. It is a good Sunday. It's a beautiful Sunday out there. The weather's very, very nice, and we're really fortunate to be getting into some really nice weather here for you folks that are still up north. It's getting pretty nice down here, folks, I got to tell you. Yeah, it's a little scary, but we got to live with it. And, if you're at a place where you feel more secure, I have a friend who lives up in PEI in Canada. They have no deaths and no positives at the PEI. So I said, stay there, man. Don't come back down here. That's a good spot for you to be in. I mean, he's retired more or less, and whatever he does, he can do at home. That's a good spot for him to be in. Alrighty, folks, let's take a look at the weather report for the Treasure Coast. It looks pretty good today. 60% chance of rain today. Thunderstorms likely in the morning. That's already passed. I didn't see any thunderstorms. Then a chance of scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon. I don't see any here, and I don't see any coming. But this is for the Treasure Coast, and I am in Vero Beach, so maybe they're elsewhere. We try to keep them down south in Fort Pierce and Stewart. Sorry, guys, we don't want them up here. We have a sign that says no hurricanes allowed here at Vero Beach, especially at Victoria. High 86 degrees today, wind southeast 10 to 15 miles per hour. And as I said, chance of rain for the entire day is about 60%. And then tonight we're looking at scattered thunderstorms during the evening, partly cloudy skies after midnight, low around 75 degrees, winds south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. A chance of rain tonight is about 50%. And then tomorrow we're looking at partly cloudy in the morning, followed by scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon, high near 90, winds south-southwest 5 to 10 miles per hour. There you go. So that is the forecast. So now, and it looks, like I say, it looks really good. I was in Stewart today and did some work down there for the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Nice folks down there. WEHR radio station. They're really nice friends of mine, and I do technical work for them and installed a new Allen and Heath broadcast audio console for them, and they're happy. I'm happy. It went very well, and they're running with a nice new board. And by the way, as a public service, I do these numbers for them every day on their station, on WEHR, that's 100.7 in Stewart. And I also do the numbers for a Catholic station in Stewart, and that's WJPP. Alrighty, folks, I need to jump right in here and give you these shout-outs today for Marie Arnold, Diana Stark, Fly Over Lizzie out there in Iowa, and I have forgotten so many times to mention Cheryl Deacon. Cheryl, thank you very much for watching. Do appreciate it. Joan, Ellen, Elizabeth, George, Vanessa in Miami, Tony, Kevin in Houston, Wayne and Dorothy, my Minnetonka friends. I don't know any of these people. There's only one person on this whole list that I know. Well, I do know Diana Stark and some of the people who live here in my building. The Kennedys, I don't know. You guys live in Long Island and here in Vero Beach. Thank you very much for watching, and look forward to seeing you when you get back down here. Donna, Ray Moncari, he's moved into the building and sold his unit, made a few bucks, and is moving on. And we're going to miss him because we got to like him briefly. Love his little puppy, Katie, beautiful little dog. Captain Marcia, thank you, Captain Marcia, for watching. Danny up in New Jersey. Danny has been such a good friend. Danny and I are on totally opposite sides of the fence. He is about as far left as I am right, and that's okay, but we get along well, and he's been helping me with these numbers, and I do appreciate it, and it just goes to show you that people that are very dissimilar, especially when it comes to politics, can get along very well and do things for a positive result. John Marks and Kelly over there at the Polo Deli, great spot. You're looking for a good price on wine? There's no better place here on the island in Vero Beach than the Polo Deli on Cardinal Drive. Stop in and see Kelly and John Marks. Definitely get your wine. They have a lot of other good things there, not just wine, but a terrific selection of wines that you really know, good wines. So stop in and see those guys. Heather Mason Wood, we always say hi to Heather because Heather's one of my most favorite names. I love the name Heather. Gail Beeson, Carol, Karol, and then there's the other Carol, Carol. Barb and Jay. Now, I got to fix this one. So I've been, we got Jay Grutman up there, and Megan Davis, and Diane and Joyce, and Rosemary Biddle, and Edith Stokes, and my Facebook friends. I got Ann Hallie, Dan Shaw, and George Ed, and Kathleen, and Bruce, and Jay Parm, and the Bicknells, and Nancy Strazula. And let's not forget Nancy Strazula, and Susan Taylor, Barb Chandler, and Lisa Crider Brown. Got her name mixed up yesterday. I called her Lisa Brown Crider. So why did she get upset about that? That was not a good thing. And I have been mispronouncing the Dumoulins name because it's not Dumoulin. Now, it's Dumoulin. Maybe you can send me an email and spell it phonetically for me, because I was called out last night by my friends. I'm going to show you. They made me a nice dinner last night. I was called out by them and said, Crider, you're mispronouncing these people. They live here in your building. You're president of the condominium association. You can't even pronounce their names. What's the matter with you? And I had no idea I had been mispronouncing their names. So for that, I profusely apologize, and I'm going to continue to work on that name. Look how long it had taken me to get to pronounce Nancy Strazula. Nancy Strazula. Well, finally got that one worked out. Alrighty, folks, let's jump right in here to the numbers. Got a couple of interesting things to throw in here at the end of this video, but it's good to be back with you again. Have a great day. Alrighty, folks, here we are in the numbers for Sunday. This is Sunday, October the 11th. The numbers came in about 2:15 in the afternoon, and it was a very strange weekend because we did not get any numbers yesterday. So the last numbers we received were on Friday, where we had 115 for the deaths and 2908 for the positives. So we're going to try to work with the numbers we had earlier in the video. I will have told you why there weren't any numbers yesterday. So we'll pick up from there and move ahead. So today, reported in the past 24 hours, I always say reported in the past 24 hours, not necessarily took place in the past 24 hours, 178 new deaths for the entire state of Florida. On Friday, there were 115. That's an increase of 63. Then if we take a look at the positives, 3688 reported in the past 24 hours, but on Friday it was 2908, so that was an increase of 780. I don't know how they reconciled all of these numbers, but nonetheless, certainly did put a lot of red on our screen. All right, now let's take a look at Miami-Dade. Miami-Dade had 30 new deaths to report in the past 24 hours. 1,006 new positives. In Broward County, 12 new deaths to report, 537 new positives. And in Palm Beach County, 21 new deaths to report, 307 new positives. All righty, folks, here we are in Orange County. Orange County is Orlando. 12 new deaths to report and 283 new positives. Brevard County, which is Melbourne, 6 new deaths to report, 136 new positives. In Martin County, Martin County is Stewart, 2 new deaths to report, 22 new positives. St. Lucie County is Fort Pierce, 5 new deaths to report, 55 new positives. Here in Indian River County, the good news, no new deaths to report. However, there were 17 new positives. 6 of those new positives were in zip code 32960. For you folks who don't live around here, 32960 is what we refer to as Vero Beach proper. It is on the west side of the Intracoastal Waterway. And on zip code 32963, there were 2 new positives reported in the past, 48 hours. Alrighty, folks, now let's take a look over here at the 7-day moving averages. Kind of a strange set of 7-day moving averages because we're actually missing a day in here. We're going from 11 to 9 to 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4 as far as the dates are concerned. But it did bring our number up to 103.57. As you can see, that number we don't have a number that high in the past 10 days here. And we have some big ones in here like 158. That's not going to be easy to get rid of. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 more days before that number is going to go away. Now, the only good news here is that our daily positivity rate was driven down to 3.45, And, that needs to stay under 5. So 3.45 is good. That's a good indicator. So we like that number, 3.45. This 13.22 is since we started back in March. That's a horrible number, but we're looking now at the daily number of 3.45. So when I say these moving averages, what am I talking about? It means about 103 people have passed away in the past 7 days. That's each day, 103 people have passed away in the past 7 days. Now, if you want to take a look at how they look on the moving averages, it looks terrible because here we go. Look at this. This just popped up. I was telling you about the check mark. So we have a check mark that comes down. This goes back up. We have a check mark that goes down. Look how far this is going back up. Now, hopefully tomorrow the number will start coming back down again. But this is our 7-day moving averaging chart since we started making this chart back in August the 18th when we were at 169. We don't want to be in these triple-digit numbers, and 103 is really not a good number for us to be in when we hope to be falling down and moving down south instead of moving up north. Not good at all. Alrighty, now let's take a look at the United States and how we stack up against the United States as of yesterday. So here we take a look. Florida said, according to this now, Florida said there were 88 deaths yesterday. And that, I'm sorry. Yes, that would be 48 deaths yesterday. Total number of deaths in the entire United States were 723, 88 of which were in Florida, which puts us in first place again. It's always Florida, California, and Texas. Why? Because you look over here and you see how populated they are. Of course, California with 39.5 million people, Florida with almost 21.5 million people, and Texas was with almost 29 million people. So huge numbers of people to deal with. But Florida was in first place, California second with 66, Texas was in third with 63, Pennsylvania 33 in fifth place, Illinois 30 in fifth place. Illinois was 30 in sixth place. Missouri was in seventh place with 27. We'll scroll down here to the states that are the ones that we are concerned about. In number 12 position was Michigan with 19, still big double-digit numbers. We'll go down a little bit further. Number 14 was our Wisconsin friends, 18 deaths in Wisconsin. Let's go a little bit further. Flyover Lizzie in Iowa, 14 for position number 17. 14 people passed away in the past 24 hours, position number 17. In Kansas, number 19, 12 people passed away. Go down a little bit further and take a look at Massachusetts, 22, 10 people passed away. Minnesota, for our Minnetonka friends, 10 people passed away. You're still in double digits, not good. Close to the single digit, but not good. Colorado did remain in the single digits at 9, but right at the edge of 9 in 24th position. In New Jersey, Danny up there, well, you're still in single digits. You're getting to the upper end of the single digits, but you had 7 up there. In Kentucky, you guys had 7 in 27th position. New York, 28. You had 6. Alrighty, Maryland. This would be for Julie in Maryland, 29. She had 5 positives up there, 5 deaths in Maryland the past 24 hours. Utah, it was 5. Let's see what else we have here. That areas that you people would be. Ohio, 4 and 35th place. And that looks like about all of the areas that we are concerned about. Then we have a couple of states down here that either didn't report anything or had zeros, and that would be like Connecticut and Rhode Island and Wyoming and Maine and Vermont. We do report some of those from time to time for some of our friends who live there. So those were the numbers for the states. Let's take a look back up here and go over to the global view. Here we are with the global view. Global view, 7,742,279. Those were the USA cases. USA deaths, 214,639. Global cases, 37,314,346. And global deaths, 1,074,492. To be precise, this was at Sunday at 2:50, October the 11th, 2:50 in the afternoon, and that was accurate to within 18 minutes of the time that I just gave you. Okay, folks, those are the numbers for Sunday, October the 11th, and a couple more things to say here at the end. Back in just a moment. Alrighty, folks, a couple of other things just to throw in here at the very end. I really don't have anything terribly important to tell you. I was going to tell you this little story, but I'm going to save it for another day because it's Sunday. I mentioned one time that I was very pro-life, and I was going to tell you why I'm pro-life. And I will tell you this. I am pro-life because if it wasn't for pro-life, I would not be here. Yeah, absolutely. So one of these days I'll get around to telling you that story, but it's a good story. It's a real story. It's true. And my mother was encouraged to have an abortion many, many times and had good reason to do so along the way and did not do so. And I was born, and I don't even carry her name anymore. And then we all became friends later on in my life. But I'll tell you the story another day, another time. Don't forget Coffee House 1420 tomorrow morning. Go over there downtown Vero Beach. I'm going to put a little thing up here for Coffee House 1420 on the screen. And I just want to remind you that don't forget to get a flu shot. Please do that. That's a really important thing. Take a look at, I want to tell you about last night. Our friend Chad and Edward, who live here, are good friends, and we sort of dine together about once a week, and either we cook or they cook or we cook together. And last night they were the cooking people, and they prepared coquille Saint-Jacques, which is made with this particular one was just spectacular. But he made it with coquille Saint-Jacques with pasta, and it had a nice pasta base to it, and also. That you'll see that right up here, and also this fabulous asparagus salad. Now, what I want to tell you about the asparagus salad is it's a terrific salad. It's absolutely fantastic salad. But what he does is, because he is an interior designer, everything he presents and puts on a plate is always a work of art. So take a look at this. You see what I'm talking about, okay? By the way, if you haven't pushed the like button, please do so. I would appreciate you doing that. Always remember Vero Beach 5-star. Take a look at some of my restaurants I have up there if you haven't done so already. Stick that up there. Also, don't forget ClassicAmerica.net, my classical music channel, like classical music, Broadway show tunes, and music from Hollywood. And, of course, the Mostly Sinatra channel. Lots and lots of great Sinatra tunes in there. If you're old like me and you like Frank Sinatra, 85% of all the songs you hear will be Sinatra songs. Okay, that's all I have for you today. As I said, told you to push the like button. I would appreciate it if you would do that. Always be a part of the solution and never part of the problem. And I hope you have a very, very blessed Sunday. What's left of this Sunday? Look at it. It's 3:32 now. You're not going to see this until like 4 or 4:15. The day's almost over, but I hope you have a terrific day. I'll look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. I'm doing great. I'm going to go off first thing tomorrow morning and do my little radiation trick. I'll be over there with my little radiation club. Got a bunch of people that get together and chat about how great things are. All brand new friends. Just, when you got a problem, you got to deal with it. You try to make friends everywhere you go. I have a whole bunch of new friends over there at the hospital that are just wonderful people, and we are very blessed to have the Cleveland Clinic Hospital here in Vero Beach and the Scully Walsh Cancer Clinic. We're for a small town like ours, we're in pretty good shape when it comes to medical services. So very happy for that. Okay, looking forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. I'll see you after my little radiation shot, and I promise I won't be glowing when I come in. Not too much anyway. Have a great Sunday, folks.